Hello, I'm going live in two places. There, Instagram, here, my Facebook group. So I want to call this little nugget things that make you go, ooh. Why do I pull that ooh face? Well, you've seen me talk about Tuesday tips and sharing your nuggets when you're out and about there in the world or out on social media. And this is the visibility aspect that I hope I can convey. I hope that you really get why this is so juicy. So I'm going to give you an example of content or something that you share that makes you go, ooh, okay. So if you are a business owner, maybe you're a freelancer, you offer some sort of service, maybe it's like website design or how to do something, there'll be stuff like proper knowledge that you've got that will make people go, ooh. So just saying hi to your quotes by Mind Gourmet, who's on Instagram. So give them a follow if you are picking this up either on Facebook or on Instagram. Anyway, I discovered something a few days ago that was so juicy, I almost didn't want to share it. So, first thing, when you're sharing a tip, it's really it's become quite the norm to share something that's a generic tip. A tip that feels like it's something that you do and maybe a bit unique to you, but a tip that normally sounds a bit like a rant or a shout, you know? Get your mind clear and the rest will follow is, a good tip, but not something that somebody couldn't find out on Google. Well, I'm going to demonstrate a thing that makes you go, ooh, by actually sharing a tip within a tip. So there's a couple of temperature checks to take just before you share your tip. Is it something that somebody could find out easily, online? Step 2, is it something that's quite generic? Is it something that's generic that people could work out for themselves really easily? Okay. And number 3, will it make them go, ooh, yeah, love that tip? So the fourth check, even though I said there's 3, the fourth check is, will it be something that will really be helpful and really, really help that person? So, nice to see you. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. No problem. So, I say yesterday because I discovered this in action. I've been in lockdown by myself for about 46 days until last week when the man came down. Now, what's unusual about that? We were moving in together, sharing this space, and because of the way the lockdown happened, he was up at his place and I was down here in our place. So he is really avid on Amazon Prime. He's really, really great with Amazon and Amazon Prime. And he was saying to me, I can get some food delivered through Amazon Prime. I was like, I'm sorry, what? Get food delivered through Amazon Prime. Now, here in the UK, there's a supermarket called Morrison's. And apparently, if you're an Amazon Prime customer, this will make you go ooh, ooh, and ooh again. If you're an Amazon Prime Amazon Prime client, customer, and you go onto your account and shop at Morrison's, you can get quick delivery. Now think about this. People are trying to do online deliveries. They're not getting any slots. They're having to wait for days, sometimes weeks before a slot appears. Now, I kid you not, at about 2:30 yesterday afternoon, I heard this, anything that you want to order, any bits that you need to order for the shop, to get some shopping in. And I like cooking. So I was like, yeah, I need some almond milk and I could use some cheese and, these bits and pieces. 2:30. He's ordered the shop online and booked a delivery slot. Paid for it there and then. The first delivery slot came it was scheduled to come between 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock the same day. So how's that for speed? So that's another thing around your tip. Will it help your people save time in something? If they're in pain, will it stop them from being in pain for days and weeks? Will it help them in hours? Will it stop them from being in pain for weeks and months? Will it help them in days? You know, that kind of thing. So it saves time. So we've done the shopping, hit go, first delivery slot, 9 till 11. Okay, so the shopping comes, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe, sorry, tell a lie. First delivery slot, 6 p.m. Till 8. So I'm thinking, but it's 2:30 now, nearly 3 o'clock. That means they've got like just over 3 hours to go get that shopping and deliver it. I'm sure they've made a mistake. It's got to be the next day. But it wasn't. It was that day. Lo and behold, about 7ish, there's a knock on the door. Man stood well back, you know, mask and gloves. There's your shopping. Can I take some ID? You know, ID'd. And we got the shopping. And then I thought, hold on a second, that's not all the shopping. So now I'm freaking out. You know, I know it's too good to be true. So we check our account online, and it turns out there's 2 delivery slots. And the next one is 9, which you get to pick, 9 that night till 11. So when all around the world, you know, people are trying to get food in and all this kind of good stuff as well, there is still a way out there for now that you can get your shopping done and delivered. Now, this isn't my area of expertise, but here's why I'm using this as an example of sharing a good tip. How many of you are maybe not wanting to go out to the supermarket? Maybe you want to be able to order online, and maybe you've got an Amazon Prime account. This tip was so juicy, I actually didn't want to share it. I mean, there was part of me that was saying, but what if I share this tip and everyone does it and then you can't get slots that quickly? Oh my gosh. And this is what happens to a lot of business owners when you go to share something. The reason why you share something generic, even though you're passionate about what you do, is because you think, but if I share this really juicy stuff, then people won't buy my thing, or they won't want any more because they've already had a good tip. And you know what? That's simply not true. When you share a really great and juicy tip, there will be something that needs to be followed up. So let's say that this was my thing. I might now need to show you how specifically you place an order, what you do to, to get your delivery slot quickly. I might even need to go on to the next piece of like, here's what you order, these are the ingredients. If you order them, come back and I'll show you how to make the thing. But you know what? The tip that I'm kind of sharing, the tip within a tip is, did you know that Amazon Prime did that? Did you know that that you can get food delivered that quickly? Think about this. Your dear old granny who doesn't want to go out to the shops and you want to get something delivered, you could order something for them online via Amazon Prime and it will be with them within hours. I mean, saves time, speeds things up, saves worry, saves angst. In some cases, it might save starvation. It might save an argument that goes on in the family. It was just such a good discovery. So I thought I would share it here rather reticently because next time we go on Amazon Prime to do some shopping, I hope that there's some slots left. But when you share your tip, make sure it's something that makes your audience go, ooh. And the best tip to share is if it makes you think, no, I can't share that, it's too good, then that's even more reason to share it. Just know what you're going to offer and help next, because, with the greatest will in the world, I've just shared that tip very quickly. You can all take action on it now. In fact, over on Instagram, Heavenly Bodies Bridal says, thanks for sharing, ordering today. And, if you're bang on it, Heavenly Bodies Bridal's probably like watching this from their phone and typing their order as we speak. I mean, that's a real great tip that you can use. So when I speak about being visible, I'll talk to you about a Tuesday tip, and that's a tip within a tip. Lots of you don't say, oh, I'm invisible, nobody sees me. Lots of you say, how can I have more people know about what I do, and how can I be consistent? And I start off with something that makes you go, ooh, every Tuesday, just have it as a mental reminder. Tuesday tip. Every Tuesday, share a juicy tip that people will love. But you don't have to stop at one place. Share it here on Instagram, share it here on Facebook, share it on your website, share it on social media, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter. You know, share it wherever you've got it. Send an email to your list about it. Shout it out of your front door to your neighbours. I don't mind how and where you share it. There's no law that you share it once. And the biggest trick that you lot are missing on the Facebook group is sharing it right there in the Facebook groups where you're allowed to. You have now opened up your audience. So hopefully helpful. I believe some of you might have some shopping to do, some food shopping, so go for it. Can't wait to see your tips. And if you are sharing a tip on a Tuesday or any other day, and anything that I've said's inspired you, if you put in the hashtag of the Queen of Being Seen, it's quite a unique hashtag, quite a long one, the Queen of Being Seen, wherever you are, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or even LinkedIn, then it means I can find it really easily and know that you've shared it or been inspired by something that I've said. Hopefully helpful. I'll leave this live up. It will be up for 24 hours on Instagram and up in the group for quite a bit longer on Facebook. Thank you so much. I want to shout out Heavenly Bodies Bridal, your quote by Mind Gourmet. And there was someone else that popped up and I think I've missed them. But anyway, thank you so much. Bye for now.